Hello, friends and girls! Welcome back for another episode of Dick Duquesne, starring Dick Duquesne, in the episode called Dick Get the Groove Back, recorded live at Open Space. Enjoy!
A quote to begin this time. We are young. Heartache to heartache we stand. No one can tell us where love is a battleship. Those are lyrics from the late, great Mark Twain. Dick Duquesne here, with a case that's so personal, that cuts so deep to the core. The only thing I can do is retell the telling I told before I remembered to hit record last time. So here it is, a case about the real deal, love. My story is about a girl and my leathered, crusty heart. It may take you aback to hear that I, Dickolas Albert Duquesne, am a romantic. And I swear to you, you will know love when it falls on top of you. Like a ton of bricks, boom, all on your head and shoulders, and your skull is cracked like a hollow chocolate rabbit on Easter. And the dame, or broad, or in my case, Sheila, was a heavy, heavy ton of bricks. Like more like 2 or 3 tons. The tale begins. I was on an aeroplane inbound for home, Burbank, California, where every Joe on the street's a suspect and every junkie is a politician in disguise. Unfortunately, before my plane took off, I had drunk the Duquesne Special, a bottle and a half of bourbon followed by 10 boy push-ups, finished off with a snort of Worcestershire sauce. An homage to my father, Nick Duquesne. And if you've ever had a Duquesne Special, then you know that you're in such a compromised state of slumber, you couldn't even begin to notice the stewardess announcing that you're currently on a flight to Maui Airport. Not Burbank. That's right. I was headed to Hawaii. Hawaii. Maui Airport in Hawaii. So, needless to say, I awoke to a surprise.
Aloha.
I got off the plane still believing I'd arrived at home. Had Bob Hope Airport changed this much since I'd left? This was not the slum I left behind. Before I knew what was what, she stepped in front of me.
Aloha.
She was the most beautiful creature I'd ever seen. With eyes like perfect marbles, lips like Michael Jackson's, and forearms like John Voight. My dream woman.
Would you like me to lay you?
What? Would I?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant with one of these, traditional flower necklaces of the homeland.
Homeland? What do you mean? Flowers can't grow in Burbank. There's way too many wolves.
Burbank? This is Maui. Look around you. You're in Hawaii.
Where?
Hawaii. Paradise.
That first day, Sheila showed me the whole island. I was initially hungry to get back to Burbank, smell the office, tend to my bees. But Sheila was entrancing. Those forearms. I can still feel them resting against my ribcage from our first night of laying uncomfortably together. Days turned into weeks. Weeks became months. Soon, I sold my office in Burbank to Ron Artest. Had my stuff shipped over. All my case files donated to the Burbank PD. I had found happiness by accident. And the crazy thing was, my detective badge had worn away to nearly nothing. My fedora and Bessie, my Luger, wound up beneath her bed by month 8. And here's the hard part. I stopped wanting to go after criminals altogether. Stopped making phone calls, standing under lampposts, longingly looking at the bottom of an empty glass like some things never change. My walking bass line had gone completely silent. And everyone knows you're not a real detective without one of those. You know what a walking bass line is, right? Hit him with it, Scotty. The name's Dick. Dick Duquesne. I'm a dick, a private dick, a detective with a penis. Nice, Scotty. Really nice. That underscores what I'm talking about here. And any detective who's anything has one. Mine was the best in the West until this greasy mess. Nowadays, whenever I check upstairs to see what's playing, all I get is this. I know. Nothing to shake a stick at. And without my bass line, without my identity as a detective, I was just Dick, Sheila's boyfriend. And damn, it was heaven. Gardening, smoothies, aqua socks, coconuts. That was a coconut. Winter's passed, summer's passed. Soon her place was our place, and she was ready to start a family. I feel like I woke up and it had been 7 years. So I proposed, and on the day of the wedding...
My son, my sweet boy, I'm so proud of you on this, your wedding day.
Thank you, Papa.
Listen, son, I've heard some things.
Can I get you two anything?
Yes, waiter. A chilled glass of your house Whisler.
A bottle of bourbon.
Certainly, right away.
Still drinking that poison?
Still drinking that sauce.
Whisler sauce is good for you. Kept your grandfather alive all throughout high school. He didn't have a liver. Anyhow, Z, I've been hearing some stuff.
What?
Just some of the fellas at the detective club told me. They told me your walking bass line is completely gone. Look, Dickie, you don't need to tell me if they're lying, but I'm just saying I got ears. I can't hear a damn thing right now, and I put my bass line on mute. And if it's gone, that's okay. But I would hope you would at least get married in your fedora, like all the Duquesnes before you. Like you did at your last 7 weddings.
There will be no more weddings. She is the real deal. And the reason it works is because I'm not a detective anymore. I'm just a man named Dick. And you can bet your bottom barrel full of wallet stuffed with cash that I'm getting married sans fedora.
Oh, my.
The only things in my life that slowed me down were all these detective traits that you taught me. Don't you see? It's not normal that you left me in Burbank at age 8 with nothing but a gun and a magnifying glass. I wasn't ready.
No man is ever ready for greatness, Dick. But we're Duquesnes. And if you're going to break tradition and marry outside the detective's code, then fie on you. I curse your life, Dick Duquesne. I curse you with the detective's curse. See you at the wedding. Not!
When I turned around to shake it off, I was surprised by my best man, my pet iguana Shakiki, who was waiting for me. Taped to his back was an envelope addressed to Dick. I opened it and couldn't believe my eyes.
My sweet, darling Dick, I am sorry to write you this letter. I love you like the day is long. I've never stopped since the day I laid you like a chicken, thinking it was taking a poop, but then whoops, 2 big brown eggs. Love. But even my twin sister loves you. You and I are oil and water, butter and margarine, mustard and hot mustard. Let me get my metaphor straight. I'm like a feather floating in the wind, and you are not. Goodbye forever, my love. I'm sorry. Never yours again, forever. Sheila. P.S. Don't try to find me, really. Bye.
My damn heart broke in nearly 11 places. First, my father curses me for my life choices, and then my wife-to-be deserts me moments before we're to be betrothed. Quickly, I darted to see if the Jaguar was still in the parking garage. I was holding Shakiki close to my breast. With my father gone, Sheila gone, and my life in Burbank donated to the state, Shakika's was the only pal I had. I remember I parked in spot 69 because it was hilarious this morning. The Jaguar was gone! All that's left was a note that read,
Really, don't come after me. I'm sure of my decision.
Shakiki looked at me, my eyeliner running due to the waterfall of tears streaming down my face. His eyes said what we were both thinking. The detective's curse. Phooey on Huey! I say to that curse, I'll spit in its face and drown it in dirt. No curse can take me down. I'm Dick Duquesne. I'm the greatest detective there ever was. And now I have got a case. The case of solving my broken heart. And to solve this case, I've got to find this woman and get her back. I started down the long parking garage to hail a cab. I was hoping that's all that would happen, but my damn father was right. The only bass line I heard was a blue melody singing me through the trees. Okay, my sweet iguana friend, you're all that I have. You believe in me, right? You believe that I still got what it takes to be a detective, right? Shakiki, are you sick?
The curse.
There is no curse. Then take a breath, Shakiki. We'll find her soon. We broke left out of the garage and hailed the nearest cab. Take me to Sullivan's Bar, Malalakula Wigwam Boulevard.
Certainly, sir. Buckle up.
We pulled up. Right as I got out, I tossed a nickel to Shakik so he could tip the kind cabbie. But just then I heard the horn from the Jaguar. I looked up and there it was, bursting out onto the road. It had been waiting in the bushes and swerved right by me, flashing its brights, zooming down the street. So I jumped back in the cab. Jeeves! Follow that Jaguar!
I'm so excited. I just got a heart transplant, so I'm eager to try out the stress of a high-speed chase. Oh no! I'm having a heart attack!
Damn it! Shakiki, call the police! I'll come back for you, my old friend. I hopped over a cart of miniature horses. Of course! I went back and mounted one of them. I wish I had said of horse instead of course. Because that's pretty hilarious. My teeny tiny horse wasn't moving fast enough, so I hopped on the Vespa passing us, landing cozily in the driver's lap. I looked up to see a face I vaguely recognized, an old friend, or maybe persona I had impersonated.
Dick Duquesne?
Who are you?
I am Chen from Las Vegas.
Get out of here, you wacko! With that, I pushed him from the Vespa and took off.
Fuck you, racist!
I was gaining on the Jag. It was slowing down and pulling into a parking lot. The Malibu Beach parking lot. Looks like this chase was taking it to the streets. Of the water. Of the ocean. Sheila popped out of a car and grabbed her surfboard. I Vespa'd after her in the sand. Damn! Stuck 2 feet in. I took off after her on foot, but she was already hitting the water. Hey kid, lend me that bike.
What do you mean bike, brother?
Damn! I mean skateboard.
No, did
This is a boogie board.
Yeah, booger board!
No, man. Say it. Boogie board.
A cutting board! Shit! Umbilical cord! Damn it! This curse! It's tying my tongue! Lend me that Gerald Ford! God damn it! Give me that! I thought I heard 2 dolphins having a great time, but there were none to be found. I mounted the booger board. Sheila was paddling about 10 yards ahead of me. Time to make like Matthew Phelps and swim till my heart stops. Michael Phelps? Matthew? Maybe Michelle. I was a few feet behind her. A big set was coming up and Sheila was about to drop in. I knew I only had a few moments until I lost her in the ultimate white-cap coral riptide radical tube that is Maui surf. I squatted and jumped with all my might. And I landed right on Sheila's board, standing face to face with my love. But it wasn't my love at all. And that's when I realized the dolphins laughing. Those weren't dolphins at all. Those were Cheryl, Sheila's aforementioned evil twin sister. She was an actual witch who looked like Sheila but with 12 warts on her nose. And only 3 toes in total. Which means she has a foot with 1 toe. Think about that.
Fuck you, Dick. You look terrible.
Good to see you too, Cheryl.
How was the wedding?
Where's Sheila, you devil?
She flew like a bird, Dickie. A 6 p.m. flight out of your life forever. She's gone. The only woman you've ever loved is gone. And guess what? That's not all you're going to lose.
You filthy vermin! What else could I possibly lose?
Don't play dumb with me, asshole. You've been cursed. A father's curse. I'm a fucking witch, I can tell. I can smell it on you.
Kill yourself! Your nose is too clogged with warts to smell anything. I'm not cursed.
Not cursed, you say? Well, why don't we just wait till all is burned and we shall see what rises from the ashes.
To hell, succubus witch! Where is my beloved?
Disappearo.
And with that, the witch abandoned me on her surfboard, with nothing to my name but a soggy tux and one burning question. What the hell else was going to burn? A candle? Oh God, I'm so fucking cursed. Oh, shut up! I rode back to the bar to get shakiks. The taxicab was gone, and so was my iguana best friend. I prayed he'd find his way to his papa and rode the Vespa home. The locks were all changed. With nothing left to lose, I broke a window to get into the house. Damn. She'd taken everything. She hadn't even left me my fedora. And all that was left in the wake of my detective badge was a sad pile of aluminum dust. Alum, aluminum dust. I looked at myself in the mirror, still in my tuxedo, feeling sorrier than a game of sorry at Aunt Tina's that's missing all the good pieces. The words that Sheila wrote echoing in my ears.
I am a feather floating in the wind, and you are not.
With Shakiki gone, my past life gone, my father cursing me halfway to Chicago by now, I knew I had nowhere to go unless I got myself some help. From a real detective who could help me get back into the game. Fix this damned bass line, if you could call it that. So I hopped back on Chin Chen's Vespa and rode soberly to the Aloha Pineapple Dole Whip store, where I knew they had what I needed to make the Duquesne train crash. My signature cocktail. When life's a blur and all you want to do is swirl, you mix a gallon of grain alcohol with 2 maraschino cherries and punch yourself in the kidneys. It's a real trip. I arrived to the secret detective's only entrance outside. I did one final baseline check, hoping for the best. Okay, Dickie boy. This is it. Here it is. The name's Dick. Dick Duquesne. I'm a dick. A private dick. A detective. Damn it, damn it, damn it!
You really think that's gonna fool these guys?
Dad, what are you doing here?
I'm not here, son. I'm a figment of your understimulated brain. You've been sober for 5 hours. You're hallucinating.
Then get away from me. You cursed me at my wedding. Now I mumble all over myself when I should be reunited with Sheila by now, making sweet love on an airplane, flying dangerously close to a brook.
She's not the one, Dick.
How could you know that?
I do. I know you. I am you. One day you'll wake up and realize that life's not a list of things you need to check off, Anton. As in, Anton Chekhov. Life's what you make it. You choose what you love and it chooses you back. Like Worcestershire sauce.
What does this have to do with Worcestershire sauce?
It's a metaphor.
How?
I chose Worcestershire sauce and it chose me back.
How is that a metaphor?
Whatever, I am you.
No, you're not.
Sir, your usual?
Thank you very much. See? Worcestershire sauce.
Get out of my head! Hello? Dad? All right. Keep calm. You're gonna be just fine.
What's the password, Sugar Bear?
The line for Peter Pan is always too damn long at Disney parks.
What?
I'm sorry. I just really needed a win today, and I'm usually on my A game.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is the Aloha Pineapple Dole Whip store. This sign clearly states that there are no crybabies allowed. Now, are you or any of your family card-carrying detectives?
Oh, is this a union event?
Depends on your last name.
Duquesne, spelt Du-Kes-Ne.
Nicholas?
Nick.
Ooh, Mr. Nick Duquesne, welcome to the secret luau. May all your dreams come true tonight, okay, honey?
This is a party. We're all detectives. Magnifying.
As I walked in, I felt worse and worse for using my father's name to get into this place. I swallowed my pride again and tried my best to act natural. I approached what looked like a slam poetry session, except it was something far different. 3 of the most amazing and diverse detectives stood before me, readying their own perspective pieces. I'd never seen anything like it before. The room quieted and gave them their due respect.
Gumshoes and gum stilettos, welcome! Our first detective is from the homeland. You might know her as the girl who wears 2 magnifying glasses stapled together as spectacles, but her real name is Kendry.
It was a mess. A greasy, stupid mess. I'd never seen the marsh this trashed, and to top it all off, my bow and arrow were covered in tar from the last oil spill. Needless to say, we were in a tight spot.
This one was interesting, but not there yet. Plus, her glasses were fucking weird. Next up was a fella from L.A. Fat guy, real stinky.
It was a mess. This scumbag had been cutting men and women in half and leaving them all over Burbank. And nobody was doing nothing about it. I found this perp's grandfather beaten in his garage.
This guy pissed me off. Seemed like his monologue was an open and shut case. Plus, we were too similar. The last guy, though, he interested me.
Another detective from the homeland. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Alika Hanai.
This guy had my attention. No baseline. But he could still detect? Could he monologue? Was he even any good?
Another day, another bag of human entrails on the east side of Maui. This is my old beat when I was a cop. The sun always sets on the right side of town, but he don't come back for a long time. Sometimes, you never know when a night's gonna end.
Man, was he good. The drama to his bass line, the flair to his speech, the awareness of setting the scene before your story even begins. This was my man. All I had to do now was get him to work with me. I sidled up next to him after the show.
Drinking and eating.
Hello. You were wonderful tonight. I'm a detective as well. Maybe you've heard of me.
Where's your fedora, brother? Where's your bass line, cuz? How did you even get in here?
I know right now I don't look or sound much like a detective, but where I'm from, they'd throw flowers at my feet if wolves hadn't eaten all of the flowers in Burbank.
Burbank. That's funny. My favorite detective's from Burbank. You ever heard of Dick Duquesne?
Holy shit. It looked as if I'd struck gold here. A fan! I knew my days of blogging all my case files would work out for me at some point, but not like this. Ever heard of him? I am Dick Duquesne. Pleasure to meet you, Slick.
You're Dick Duquesne? There's no way in hell do I believe it. Where's Bessie, your gun, and your nicotine patches? Plus, this is a card-carrying detective's room only, and Dick Duquesne is non-union.
But Nick Duquesne is. I'm pretending to be my father here, so keep it cool. As for my stuff, I can explain.
It's all because of my wife, my fiance.
Oh, look, whoever it is, they're obviously more important to you than the case. And that ain't the Dick Duquesne that I know. Hey, bartender, a Duquesne train crash, please. Extra cherries.
Coming right at you, Slick.
Damn, he really is a fan.
Could you please punch my kidney? Thank you.
See? This is why I need your help. You're the best I've ever seen, and I've been out of it for 7 years. You need to believe me. All my nicotine patches went down the toilet with my pad and socks because it cramped Sheila's style.
Ah, my lady made me stop patching too. And I want to believe you, but this is all just lies until you prove to me that you are in fact the man that you say you are. I'm a detective, man. I can't just go off your word. You need to prove it to me.
But how can I prove that I'm me?
Oh, you must be really out of practice. Get the molten hot coals!
As was the ancient custom, to be considered a true detective on the mainland, you had to recite the detective's code while standing on hot coals. As I was, and always have been without a union rep due to my shady birth certificate situation, they allowed me to recite my own code about as long as their own. Trouble was, I hadn't written it yet. I knew I needed Alika more than anyone else in my entire life, so my code had to be good. My heart pounded as I stepped onto the coals. Man, was my brain empty. I literally had nothing. Oh, shit! Oh, this is hot. Okay. The Dick Duquesne Detectives Code. Copyright Dick Duquesne. All rights reserved. I will solve the case as long as my schedule allows me to. I will not work on cases in Nebraska or Jurassic Park. I am the best detective on Earth. I once breathed underwater. I am the best. Phooey on your curse. Dick Duquesne over and out. All the rights reserved.
Dick! It's you! It's really you!
So you'll take the case?
I'd say you've got yourself a dick.
Yes, finally, a win. This curse was about to be taken out with a 1-2 punch, a Hawaiian punch. Right in the kisser. So, since my credit card was in Shakiki's wallet, Alika paid the tab and we got the hell out of there. My feet felt and smelt like a couple of over-broiled eggs, almost crunchy and oh so painful. So Alika took my shoes, which seemed weird, but I shrugged it off. I finally had a friend taking on the case of solving my broken heart. I filled him in. We coasted around the island, the sun rising over the ocean behind us.
My lady reminds me of your lady, but her name is Sheila.
Pretty name.
What can I say? She's the right woman for me. You think this Sheila's the right dame for you?
Yes, of course. The whole point of this is to get her back.
All right. Before we left the bar, I did a quick background profile of your lady on my phone. Here's a list of the places Sheila normally goes to. I figure we hit all 3 this morning, talk to the people there, and hopefully we find out where she flew off to.
Sounds like a plan. I was impressed by Alika. With no pretense at all, he had intel that would take me weeks to get. Sheila's fave alone hangout was the Wind Chime Depot on Marsh Boulevard. We pulled in and checked it out. Excited to see my love, I ran past Alika like a suicidal donkey running into a bullet festival. Sheila! Ah, you son of a bitch! I started wrestling one of the chimes and I took it to the ground. Alika stopped the fight. Luckily, I got some dings in, but those chimes had a huge home court advantage and I just couldn't take them.
Dick! She's not here, man. She flew away, remember? Hey, you smell that? Something's burning.
What? I sniffed around until I found the culprit. Shakiki! Ah! What a sorry sight! I was staring at my best friend, burnt to a crisp on the floor of his favorite warehouse. Poor bastard. Of course he didn't call. Sheila took his phone when he was putting on his tux. He came here to vibe out. No one was there to feed him. And it also looked like someone lit him on fire. Then I remembered what that evil witch Cheryl had said.
Why don't we just wait until all has burned and we shall see what rises from the ashes?
Screw you, curse! I can't believe this. My own curse caused the death of my best friend. I'm worthless. I should just go to the bottom of a well and sleep there forever.
Hey, don't get down on yourself. Take a couple breaths. This was just a bad thing that happened. You know what you taught me about life. It's all about doors. A door both opens and closes. This may just be a closed door. That's okay. We just need to find another one. Open it and talk to whoever's inside. Because that's what detectives do, right? I mean, I learned that from you.
Yeah. And don't forget to have a drink once you open that door.
That's the spirit. Now here, blow on this.
Thanks. Is there a trash can anywhere?
No, I'll hold on to it.
Gross.
Now repeat after me. There is no curse.
There is no curse.
Well, sure there is.
Damn it! Papa, get the hell out of here!
Dickie, don't you see? You got great help because of the detective you were, not the man Sheila made you. This is insane! She took everything from you. Why are you still moving forward with this? She is a feather floating in the wind, and you are...
I said get out of my head!
Dick! Dick, you okay?
I came to in Alika's car. The wind chimes that had woken me up were hanging in his back seat. I stank of booze. I was wet all over. Alika, what happened?
You passed out, and I had to drag you to the car. I bought 12 baby bottles of bourbon and I poured them down your throat and massaged your neck like force-feeding a dog. Took a few minutes, but here you are.
And the chimes?
Oh, my cousin owns that store. I got all these for free, brother.
Damn. Thank God you knew how to save my life with bourbon. Weird. You really are a fan.
Here, wipe yourself off with this.
My snot rag? Wait! What is this?
I found it in your coat.
This is the note that Sheila left me. Surely the gods of serendipity and mucus think there's a clue in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I guess there could be. Let me look at it.
Gross! Ooh, don't just grab it.
Right here, this part. I'm a feather floating through the breeze, and you are not. Why a feather?
Sheila loved birds and animals of all kinds. She got me Kiki for Christmas.
Was she an avid bird watcher?
I guess she could have been. She spent a good deal of time alone.
She may not be as far as you think. Peep this.
And he unfolded my snot rag to reveal a brochure to the annual bird-watching conference this weekend on Oahu in Hawaii. That's what Sheila used for the back of a breakup note. Of course, a clue to get her back. 30 minutes and a flying rickshaw ride later, we arrived at the Giant Bird Expo.
You take the south, I'll take the north. We meet in the middle and see if she's around. What does she look like?
That's when I saw her from across the room. She was in a gorgeous flowing gown covered in birds. She was gorgeous. I left Alika in the dark again and darted toward her. This time I kept quiet, controlling myself as much as I could. I got to her booth and tapped her on the shoulder. Finally, about to see my bride.
Fuck you, Dick! What are you doing here?
Cheryl! Of horse! Sheila's twin sister! Where is Sheila? Don't disappear on me this time!
If you want to know anything about my sister, you got to sweeten the cauldron a little bit, Dickie boy.
You disgust me and your hair is straw. How much do you want?
Well, I need $500 or lizard tails to break even on these exotic birds and to finish my latest concoction.
$500 for 10 birds? That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, well, these are crows that I stole from outside and spray painted to look pretty.
That doesn't hurt the birds, does it?
Kill me! Never mind that. How's that curse? Lost anything else you cared about?
And that's when I noticed what was around her neck. A necklace of lizard tails, burnt to a crisp. Shakeeks! You burnt my friend! You burnt my friend and you're wearing his tail! Oh, you vicious demon! If I were iguana police, you would surely be seeing hard time in your future. Hard, scaly hard time.
Calm down, you pussy. Just give me the cash and I promise it won't all be for naught.
What do you mean?
Hey, brother, what's going on?
As Alika approached, I saw Cheryl's eyes widen in surprise.
Oh my God, you're with him? Dick, I've got to go. I'll see you later. Disappearo.
Damn it! Just before I was gonna buy Cheryl's crows, she got out of there faster than a dart thrown by Andre the Giant's much stronger father. But why? Because of Alika? I only pondered for a moment before he found me.
What the hell was that?
Sheila's twin sister!
Her twin sister?
Yeah, she disappeared into the crowd. Though, give me a few more minutes.
No, I'm sorry. Dick, you can't keep jetting off whenever you get the inkling that Sheila's nearby. You said you wanted a partner in this, but I really feel like a babysitter. I don't mean to disrespect you, but if you don't want my help as a detective, I'll have to bow out of this gig.
Alika, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm all over the place. I really feel like I don't have anybody on my side except for you. So, please, let me prove to you how important you are to me.
I've got to take this call. Give me 2 shakes. Hello? Yes. Yes, he's still here. It's all under control.
I followed Alika, who was still on the phone, to his car. Cheryl had boned me again, and this time I didn't know if I could get Alika back on my side. Little did I know what his phone call was really about. At least not until he hung up.
Hey. Sorry about this, brother.
What? That's right. I got whipped by the end of Alika's pistol. My own partner. Alika! I awoke in Alika's back seat, bound and gagged inside a burlap sack, zooming down the highway. I was confused until I looked through the thinly woven bag and saw the biggest plot twist I'd ever seen. Alika driving the car with Sheila by his side, laughing, kissing. I tried to yell, but I couldn't. I'd been gagged by what tasted like my patterned socks. Tears streaming down my face, the couple turned and saw my sorry visage. Laughing, Sheila pulled down the bag and removed my socks from my mouth.
Well, look who's finally awake, darling.
Ah, cuz, it's about time you woke up. I was worried I'd whipped your coconut too hard.
Alika waved his weapon in front of me. I knew instantly what it was. Bessie! My gun! You son of a bitch! What are you doing with my gun and my beloved? Where are you taking me?
To a luau, cuz, in your honor.
I don't understand. Aren't you married to a woman named Sheila?
You silly fool! It's not pronounced Sheila. It's been Sheila this whole time.
What?
It's true, Dickie. Look.
And that's when she flashed her wedding finger. And on it was a rock that certainly wasn't mine. Alika, I thought we were partners.
It's not Alika anymore, cuz. You can call me Dick. Dick Duquesne. I'm a dick. A private dick. With a penis. Pretty good, huh? I've been working on the cadence now that I've gotten to watch you do it. And check it out, I got the fedora and the badge to prove it!
It was true. He had it all. My gun, my badge, my fedora, my voice, my girl, my penis? Oh, it was all falling into place. So that's it, huh, Sheila? All this was just a scam? For identity and internet legacy theft?
It didn't start that way, Dickie. I swear it didn't. I saw your gun when you got off the plane from Vegas, and I just knew it was a Civil War antique that could fetch a pretty penny. But once Alika and I realized who you were, we knew we had to take the opportunity. See, round here, Alika's a wanted man.
Murder. An accident. 20 counts of it. All accidents. All fat guys that looked the exact same at the same bar, but they were all accidents.
So he's been looking for an identity to steal, so that we could hop onto a plane and disappear to the mainland, start fresh. But it had to be someone perfect. A man no one would notice missing. A guy who's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. A ghost by profession. It had to be a gumshoe. And you're the gummiest of them all, Dick. And once we knew that, that's when Cheryl suggested...
Cheryl?
I'm not gonna just act like you, cuz. I'm gonna become you. We gonna cook you up! And I'm gonna eat all your powers!
Son of a witch! Now don't get me wrong. This was all crazy as all hell times 2 to the third. You can't cook and eat souls. But hey, even if it didn't work, they were still going to cook and eat me. So I was pretty damned worried regardless. We pulled up to the luau, my captors cackling all the way.
Luau, luau, it's a luau, 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 magnifying glass.
It was packed. Everyone from the island was there, gathered around a giant bubbly cauldron. Even my father! Before I could yell out to him, Sheila gagged me and threw the burlap sack back over my head.
Just sit back and enjoy the show, Dickie. It'll all be over soon.
Through the bag, I watched Alika and Sheila get out of the car and head toward the crowd. Everyone greeted Alika like he was me.
Oh, hey, Dick. Congrats, Dick. Hey, howdy, Dick. Nice job, Dick.
Way to go, my son. We knew you could find her. True love can't run, and it's nice to see you're wearing your fedora this time.
Even my own father was following this Dick, who was 5 inches shorter than I. I guess us Duquesnes fluctuate height. But this was still absurd. Then, Alika raised his arms to quiet the crowd.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to celebrate as I reunite with my wife-to-be, Sheila! But I think we all know what we really came for. A bowl of Cheryl's delicious witcheroni soup.
And there she was, my least favorite witch in the world.
Thank you, Dick, for that marvelous introduction. I've been gathering lizard tails for quite some time to finish off the stock for this fine soup to commemorate your union. And finally, the day has come. Now, I think we all know this soup needs just one more ingredient. Am I right?
Yes!
What does it need?
Hog!
That's right. Dick, Sheila, did you bring the hog?
We brought the largest hog we could find.
I saw Alika reference the burlap sack that contained myself and my tears and realized I'm the hog.
Then let's throw it in there.
They came back to the car and dragged me out of the back seat. Right by my father, but I couldn't get his attention.
Oh boy, I can't wait to smother that thing in Worcestershire.
Soon, this little piggy was right next to the pot. All Cheryl had to do was throw me in. She quieted the crowd.
Shush. Hush now. I think we all know why we're really here. One pig in a soup can be damned tasty, but what, may I ask, is better than one pig in a soup?
Two pigs in a soup. Yeah, 2 pigs.
That's right.
Wait, where are you? What are you talking about?
And before I knew it, Cheryl, the Uggo of the Southern Wild, shoved Alika and Sheila into the pot, saving my life. And the crowd went crazy. Cheryl pulled me out of my bag and cut off my gags. Just as I emerged for air, I caught the last moments of my captors as they sank into the boiling liquid.
Cheryl, how could you? My own twin sister.
See you in hell, sis.
This ain't over, Duquesne. I'll see you on the other side.
No, you won't, you piece of shit! Because Detective Heaven requires one thing to enter. I grabbed my fedora off his sweaty, furrowed brow. Now you ain't got it!
No!
Whew! Sorry for the scare, asswife. We couldn't justify killing them unless we were sure they were going to go through with eating you.
But Cheryl, I don't understand. I thought you hated me. What happened?
You dumb coot! Haven't you ever heard of a witch bitch double agent switchy doodle long con?
No! Not the Cackler 180! No detective set that up since the Salem witch trials. And it did not turn out well. It can't be.
It's true, Dick.
I've had Cheryl in my pocket from the moment I heard the rumors that you'd lost your baseline. I knew no dame could be good for Dickie if she put him through that. Turns out this witch was more than happy to murder her sister and help me curse some sense back into you, too.
She made me feel ugly and old.
So it's been the two of you from the start. But wait a minute. Shakiki! Cheryl murdered my best man! What was the good in that?
You really are a piece of shit, Duquesne. Don't you remember what I said? To wait till all has burned, and we shall see what rises from the ashes.
Yes, and it was cryptic and mean. What about it?
Fuck you, just watch. I've only got 3 left, so I really have to make it count when I do this.
Ew! Cheryl bit off one of her remaining 3 toes and threw it into the fire. That's right. Now she had 2 feet with 1 toe on each foot. The pinky on one and the middle toe on the other. The lack of symmetry was simply astonishing.
I gave a piece of myself to bring back something else. Appear to me, ye spirit from beyond.
Lastly, she pulled off her iguana tail necklace and threw it in. And out of the cauldron crawled my scaly little boy wonder. Shakiki, my boy, my young boy. Oh, Cheryl, thank you. Oh, there is a God.
Don't thank me. Thank your father. He's the one with an eye out for you.
It's true, my son. So, wanna grab a drink?
But what about my curse?
The curse should be lifted if you solved the case. I mean, Cheryl, is that right? This one's from your curse book, after all.
Yeah, you got the gist.
So did you solve the case, boy?
The case of my broken heart? I suppose I have. And I found that my one true love was already someone else's wife. And he was basically just me. And I'm basically just my father.
And I am he.
Wait a second. Say that again.
And I am he.
I am he. Oh my God, I think I've got it. The case of my broken heart is kind of an open and shut case. The perp was on the run the entire time. I thought I was on the right track, but I was just chasing shadows like a bad mushroom trip or something. And at the end of the day, I finally nabbed my perp. And it was me. I broke my own heart. You want to know why?
Sure do.
Because I'm Dick Duquesne, and the only person strong enough to break my heart is me. And not a 7-year-long con and an attempt to cook and eat me alive.
That's what I like to hear.
I was like an open heart surgeon, literally cracking open my own rib cage, and I botched the job. I broke my own heart and got embarrassed and sewed it up. And then I came out of the surgery like, hey, who botched this heart surgery? And everyone's like, what? And then finally the anesthesia cleared away and I looked down to see the scalpel in my hand and the blood on my powdered nitrite gloves.
I think we get the picture, but son...
It's like, what if George Clooney and Jack from Lost were one guy and his heart was broken?
Son! Would you just shut up and listen? I don't know if you can hear, but my bass line's been on mute all day. This right here is all you!
I'm back in business!
That you are! Come on, what do you say we get sauced, kid?
I say let's get completely obliterated.
Way to go.
Nice, Dick.
What? Huh?
Well, looky here. Seems I found some familiar faces come to salute your well-doings.
The Aloha Pineapple Dole Whip Store detectives! And there they were. Emerging from the crowd of onlookers was Kendry, that fat fella, and even the doorwoman. All come to bid me well wishes.
Way to go, Duke.
Nice one. Here's a bottle of bourbon.
Ah, Pa, you shouldn't have. I got my friends, my family, my iguana. What could there be left to do now?
And
all of a sudden, my father was starting something. And soon Kendry was strumming her oily bow quiver. And the large fella was gyrating his girth in the most musical fashion. I didn't know what to do until Cheryl...
In the quiet jungle, Duquesne sleeps night.
And by golly, it was the most beautiful sight I'd ever seen. The tikis were alight. The grass skirts were a-rustling. The Worcestershire sauce was flowing like wine. And I knew all was well. I hugged my father, and he revealed that there in his hands was a case of the finest Cuban nicotine patches I'd ever seen. Eureka! Thank you, Papa!
You've earned them, son. You've earned them, son. You. Two more. You've earned them, son. Welcome back, my Dickie boy, my Dick Duquesne.
We love you, Dick Duquesne. Dick Duquesne will return in the 2-part episode To Kill a Mocking Dick.
Oh, wow! Groovy! He got a groove back! Yes! This episode's featured players are Dylan Saunders, Kellie Whisler, Brock McKenzie, Zach Green, Ari Stidham, and Mathieu as Detective Dick Duquesne. Original live score by Scott Passerella. Publicity by Sarah Waldorf and Colleen Baisa. Original posters and all art by Sarah Waldorf. Producers, Evan Rosenberg, Sarah Waldorf, Zach Green, Ryan Curran, and Ari Stidham. To book this show, another episode, or anything else, reach us at dickduquesneshow@gmail.com.